Welcome to the Advanced Account Control presentation by Emergence. My name is Tim Kerr. I'm the VP of Operations and the Solution Architect. What is Advanced Account Control? Advanced Account Control is an enhancement that strengthens the Dynamics GP chart of accounts with expected enterprise-level functionality of rule validation, automation, and streamlined selection. AAC does this by removing the full account number from direct user interaction. Instead, the user interacts with the individual segments while AAC maintains their valid combination into full account numbers. AAC does this with four key management components: account categories, segment categories, rules, and filtered lookups. Let's look at how these management components interact with the Dynamics GP account structure. Account categories work with the main accounts. It provides account ranges, default setup attributes, posting, setup, typical balance, display, and lookups. Segment categories determine which segment values are active, while the rules determine how those active segment values can be used in combination and in combination with the main accounts. And filtered lookups ensure that users are able to create and display only valid combinations of active segment values and main accounts. Let's take a look at AAC. Account control begins with the AAC account category window. Here you can see account categories hold account ranges. New accounts are automatically assigned their account categories based on the account range in which they fall. Account categories hold typical balance, posting type, level of posting from series, and display and lookups. Again, new accounts are assigned these attributes based on the account range in which they fall. Account categories also determine which segment values are active. This is held in the segment category. Notice that the segment category can be attached to multiple account categories. This means that marking a segment value active within a segment category will make that value available across the chart of accounts for consistency and control. If I open up the segment category expansion window, I can see what segment values are active and inactive for a segment category. Notice that I'm able to hold statuses for account categories. This lets me know that every account within the category is set up according to the setup attributes of the category. I can create new segment categories and insert them where I want, and changes made to the account categories are rolled down to the chart of accounts. Let's look at segment setup. Segment setup allows me to create the segment values ahead of time, then to mark them active and inactive within a segment category. Notice also on the right-hand side that I'm able to see what other segments that segment value is able to be used with, as well as which main accounts. Let's look at creating new rules. Here I've selected a segment category, and on the right-hand side, on the left-hand side, I've selected a segment and marked some values as active. I've selected another segment on the right-hand side, marked other values as active. Now when I create the rules, accounts will now be able to use these combinations immediately for any account within that uses the segment category. I can also copy rules. In this case, I'm copying the rules from one department to another. Let's look at the main account window. Notice again that the full account number is gone. Instead, the users manage the main accounts, and changes to the main accounts are rolled down to their full account numbers. To see a listing of those full account numbers, I can click on the listing button, and here's a list of all the full account numbers that are attached to this main account of office supplies. Notice on the right-hand side, I'm also able to see individually which segment values are active within a segment. E or yes lets me know that a full account number does exist using these values, whereas the R lets me know that a rule does exist. And so yes, you can optionally create full account numbers on the fly only when needed. Let's create a new main account. I'm going to enter a new account number, and notice that all this default setup information is set up for me automatically based on the account range in which this new number fell. I'm going to enter account description, and notice on the right-hand side that I'm immediately given a list of available segment values. In this case, no full account numbers exist because I haven't yet used it, but I can begin using this main account immediately and create the accounts as I need them on the fly. But in this case, I'm going to roll out my account. I'm going to click Save, say yes, and yes, I want to roll out all the full account numbers. This brings me to the AAC main mass modify window. Here I could restrict my rollout to a specific department or other segment value, but in this case, I want to roll out the account in its entirety. I'm going to click on Preview to see a listing of what those full account numbers will be. Notice that there could be up to a potential of over 1,300 full account numbers, but once the rules are evaluated, that is, these active segment values in combination with each other, there's actually only 159 that pass the rules. I'm going to click Process, and those 159 accounts are created for me. Let's open the GL transaction entry window so that we can look at the new advanced account control lookup window. I'm going to open it, and notice that the AAC lookup window that replaces the Great Plains account lookup window allows you to do lookups based on individual segments rather than the full account listing. The full account listing does exist, but it's here to show you restricted views based on the segment values that the users entered. I'm going to enter 6 and do a search, and here I see every main account that starts with a 6. I'm going to select the new account that we just created, fee income. Notice immediately that the second segment values are restricted to only those that can be used with the main account. I'm going to select New Jersey Domestic, and again the third segment is restricted to only those values that can be used with the main account and second segment value that I've selected. I'm going to select CAT, and again the restriction is further refined for the fourth segment, as is the full account listing, and at this point I can probably select the full account number that I want. I can also use wildcards. In this case, I'm going to enter a wildcard that asks AAC to find all main accounts where the third character is a 5. I'm going to do a search, and here's a listing of all those main accounts where the third character is indeed a 5. I can also do lookups based on descriptions. In this case, I'm going to enter depreciation and now ask AAC to give me a list, and here you see a list of all main accounts that have depreciation in it, so I'm able to see my assets and my expense accounts. AAC works with accounts payable, vendor defaults, and intercompany. This really shows the power of AAC, rule validation and automation, and streamlined account selection. AAC allows account managers to set up the rules and ensure only valid accounts can be created, and AAC helps the users benefit by streamlining account lookups to only valid combinations. This brings us to the end of the AAC presentation. I would like to point out a few other items that are available within AAC. One is replication. This allows the AAC tables to be replicated from a parent company to children companies for consistency across companies. AAC comes with reports for chart of accounts listings, for validation, and comes with exception reports. AAC works with third-party modules, and it works with Dynamics GP's account level security. AAC also comes with a utility that allows you to reverse engineer the AAC tables from an existing Dynamics GP chart of accounts. Thank you for your time.